dear friends, welcome to ZENPod once again. Today we have in our studio a man who way back in the 1980s decided to get together with his friends and form a band called AGNI, and all this while he was still in his 11th grade. AGNI went on to play close to 250 live concerts and has entertained audiences of over 2 million people. Bharat Swamy, whom we have in the studio, and his band have been featured on MTV and Channel V. Their first album, Wind Dance with Fire, is still remembered 27 years later in the rock community. After a gap of 2 decades, Bharat is now pursuing the passion for art and music and has recorded a song during the quarantine period and also released a video on YouTube. The first video, Earth Song, which was originally sung by Michael Jackson, was sung, musically arranged and conceptualized during this pandemic time. This encouraged Bharat to then make his own composition and release his second song on YouTube called The Monster Within. And since it's released, has been getting tremendous circulation of over 60,000 in a week. This song was created with the assistance of Ashish Manchanda, who in addition to being featured in the Florida Hall of Fame for his sound engineering expertise, is a very well-known name in Bollywood and Hollywood circles and does work for Michael Jackson Studios, Beyonce, A.R. Rahman, and other top music directors. It has also been the highest hit for the month of May 2020, beating all records on YouTube for an Indian artist singing in English under the rock genre. This was also musically arranged and conceptualized during the pandemic time. This prompted an idea called as AGNI Webbed, a digital online music platform. Bharat has now already signed a 10-song video contract with Ashish Manchanda, Boone Castle Production. On 22nd of July, Bharat released his third song, Tears of Fire, which brings alive the doctrine of karma. His video garnered 50,000 plus views within 3 days of its release. Bharat now wants to discover young talent while contributing to organizations that help people suffering from depression. So my dear friends, please join me in welcoming Bharat Swamy to our studios. Bharat, welcome. Today we have a very hyper cool personality, like his t-shirt says, on the show. And Bharat was a household name in India several years back when we were learning to pronounce rock. He was on the stage performing rock music. But before we jump into the talk, I want to introduce Bharat by playing one of his pieces. Bharat, welcome to the show, and it is wonderful having you here.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Let me start with my trademark question, Bharat. Your take on spirituality?
Spirituality. For me, spirituality, it depends from person to person. I will give you my experience of spirituality.
Please.
Spirituality is actually a kind of energy which is already in you. It's already in me. I feel what I see outside right now is Maya. Okay, it's an illusion. The illusion created by my own self. So if I like to see what I'm within myself is what I actually put it outside like a mirror image. If I find that today is going to be a good day and the sun is going to rise and shine across and look beautiful, I will look at it in a very beautiful way. Spirituality can be linked to many other aspects for me. Doing something which is selfless is spirituality. Holding your values high is spirituality. Doing something without expecting returns is spirituality. It's for me feeding the soul. If the soul is fed, the body automatically follows. Right. And because I'm talking about all this after about, I'm not the same kind of a person who was, who would actually relate to these kind of stuff about 25 years or 30 years before.
Right.
I was a little idiosyncratic, emotional, erratic person at that time. But right now, I have seen a lot of ups and downs, and I prefer to take up this experience as a journey. And as long as I'm enjoying the journey, I am not much concerned about the result. I need to enjoy the journey, and that keeps me happy. Like people say, are you going to be successful? For me, being successful is doing what you like doing.
Right.
That is being successful. Right. So right now, I'm not in a place where I'm working, I'm having fun. So the moment I'm having fun means I'm already halfway through.
Brilliant.
You know? So possibly that's my take in spirituality.
Brilliant. Awesome. So you are a karma yogi. Wow.
Well, I mean, there are many terminologies to this. I just say that, okay, I'm a human being who's in a good space, and I like to be here.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay. 10 years, 250 concerts, entertain over 2 million people. How does it feel, and how has the journey been, Bharat? And those are big numbers. Those are big numbers.
Yeah, they are. Band started in 87 to, I was with the band till 98, 97, nearly 10 years with the band. So yes, I mean, the initial struggle was there, but I realized that possibly if that struggle would not have been there, we wouldn't have enjoyed the success part of it. I mean, that's what do you call it? Because see, I'm a person who does not like monotony. So God has been pretty good. He has given me adequate struggle so that I can enjoy the success also over a certain period of time, right? So from borrowing musical instruments and to playing in competitions, and then subsequently playing in Bombay, Pune band playing there, and subsequently going into recording studios. I mean, all this was a phenomenal experience for us. And the kind of energy which I find by composing music and doing live concerts is completely a different high. Performing in front of 45,000 people in Northeast to even 20 to 30,000 people in Goa, Bombay, Pune, and other places. It's been an absolutely phenomenal experience. Concerts did initially, we used to run for the concerts, but subsequently concerts did come to us, because the important thing for us as a band was we stayed together, we composed together, and we went ahead with our songs as the primary important thing, instead of playing a lot of cover versions, even though we knew the cover versions is what initially gets a crowd inside. But once your songs become popular, you can always take it to the next step. And we were fortunate. We had a good blessing of an energy from above, which made sure that our songs also became popular. Awesome. And it became really popular over a period of time. So even now, after about, what I'm saying is, after about 30 years of playing these kind of concerts, I still get friends coming up online who say, "Oh wow, we enjoyed the song that time, this time." And, it feels nice, feels endearing, and you feel good about it. Yeah.
Brilliant. 1980s, Bharat, we were all, including you, we were all going to college. We were all pretending to study, and you went out there and created a rock band. Pathbreaking, if I may say the least. Tell us more. I really want to know more about it.
It was not a conscious effort, Venki. It just happened. For me, to be very honest.
That's very humble of you.
No. It's to be honest with you. Along with all the hard work which I put in, I have a little bit of talent. I think. Okay, so and I composed. So that took me across. But the important thing was I always had the hunger. I am a person who would never give up.
Okay.
Right. And okay, so for me, coming into a situation whereby it's you don't get nothing, even that does not actually take me away from the path which I would like to follow. I would still be persistent in it, and possibly I would tell you what persistence does pay off over a period of time, come what may. And when I think about okay, going into college, obviously, coming up from a South Indian family, you either become an engineer or doctor.
Exactly.
That's how it is. And South Indian Tamil Iyer family is even different. All right. But my parents are pretty, my parents have a slightly liberal and different kind of point of view. They were very fine with what I was doing. All right. Nice. But of course, they wanted me to complete my formal education. So I did my 12th and did my engineering.
Very nice.
And well, today I'm in a position. I'm running a company here for about 15 years, and in the hotel and hospitality business, which is taking a beating right now. We're just trying to revive it back again.
Yeah.
But what engineering has done to me is something which I just cannot, push it below the carpet, because the amount of macro-visional views that it has given me in any field which I work has been magnanimous, So I'm able to look at anything I'm able to even think outside the box, you see, which is of prime importance when you go across in a creative field, and even when you look at entrepreneurship. I do not consider myself to be a phenomenal entrepreneur. I'm a good serviceman because I come from a family of service people. But I've had my ups and downs. But it's been a beautiful journey, which I could kind of enjoy, and just keep me going as far as this is concerned. So to move away from engineering to music, yes, I had to do a little bit of time management, which I did. Right. And even when I joined my job in possibly 91, after I finished engineering, I used to go take the weekends out, because I was lucky that Saturday, Sunday was no work. So I used to go for concerts during the weekends. And generally, concerts in India happen in the weekends. Usually never happen in the weekends.
Yes.
So that gave me adequate time to do that. And and I was pretty lucky to do it, to be very honest.
Awesome. Your creativity fountain, where do you draw it from, Bharat? And I've listened to your songs and the lyrics and.
I draw it from everywhere, to be honest. Yeah. Even right now, speaking to you may churn something out for me. I don't know. There's a very nice thing with me is possibly I do something which is called the art of not moving. I don't know how to read or write music, to be honest. Okay. And I use a technique when I compose in a song, which is called the art of not playing. So I give a lot of value to silence in my song, so that a person can assimilate what I've done before and wait for what is going to come later. So I know that in a band or any kind of thing, everybody wants to express themselves. But I realized your expression can be appreciated as long as there is a little bit of silence, where you give it to the other person to see the colors that you are thinking in his point of view, which makes it very very simple, to be honest. So for me, inspiration can come from anywhere. Walking on the road, I might have some inspiration. Looking at the seaside, I get inspired. Darkness inspires me a lot, because as I generally look at it, I mean, it's like putting the light on, seeing the light is on, but never observing the absence of darkness.
Right.
So I look at things in a slightly different way, and I like to be in that space. I mean, any kind of situation can inspire me. I don't have any per se rule that says, okay, there's a beautiful flower can inspire me, a beautiful woman can inspire me, poverty can inspire me to write something else, sufferings can inspire me, my own feelings can inspire me, and the feeling of another person can inspire me. So there is a variety of these things. I don't fix myself to one, be typecasted into one role that it just inspires me or not. Mundane work, only thing mundane work doesn't inspire me to that level. So possibly once I get there, I'll see what.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to your concept, to the heart of Bharat, really. Your evolution from AGNI to AGNI Webbed. Please let us in on it.
Okay.
And take your time.
I don't know. This is it's a big. I don't know what to say. I left AGNI in 1998 and I came to Dubai. I mean, that was after my friend's sad demise in 95.
Right.
After that, I lost a lot of interest in music, and nothing was happening. So I just left it and I came to Dubai. I was lucky here to I mean, this is a land of opportunity here, and it really took me up in its arms and gave me a home, which is a home away from my house.
Correct.
And so I could build up a certain kind of a thing, and I started a company, I started working, and then started my own business, and things all flourished and stuff like that. Then January 2020. Okay. I just come into Dubai after a couple. Okay. I underwent a little bit of, what should I say? A period of, it's not a clinical mental depression, a little depression during from 2017, 18 to 19.
Okay.
It is, it is not a clinical depression. I mean, for me, everything was spiraling down, and things was not looking, I couldn't see a ray of hope anywhere. All right. So to put it mildly. And I'm not a person who is, what should I say, who's shy of hard work or, but I didn't even find any drive. Nothing was happening. The drive was not there.
Mm-hmm.
I come back to Dubai. I was in India for about a couple of months, 2019 end, and then come to Dubai 2020, January.
Mm-hmm.
I then, we have the business going, and suddenly we get a couple of orders, and boom, COVID hits.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So the moment COVID hit, and in the hotel industry, we have a lot of orders. Many hotels which owe us money or whatever have actually shut down.
Oh,
so there are monies which is yet to be collected. Stuff like that. But see, I realized these are all things which does happen in life. So I was sitting alone, and my wife and child were in India. So I used to sketch. So I started sketching. That's the first thing I started doing. I sketch a lot. Yeah, I can send you a couple of my pictures. You can have a look.
Please.
Right. So I started sketching, and once I started sketching, I got a flare. Then after about 10 years, I noticed that something on my computer screen, which is called as a garage band.
Oh,
now it has been on my Mac for 10 years. I have not seen it. Okay, I just ignored it. I don't even know what it was for. I just left it. And then I said, okay. Then I opened it up, and then I saw, okay, there is guitars which I could play, so I played. Then I said, okay, fine, let me learn. So it took me about 25 days to learn the complete garage bands from internet. Wow. Okay. So then I realized, wow, this is a phenomenal instrument.
Correct.
So I said, here goes. And I have tried. Okay. And right now, the best part is I can play every single instrument on it.
Brilliant.
The only thing it cannot do is vocals, which I can do.
Correct.
On an external basis. Right. Sure. So in fact, I started, I just first did a cover song called The Earth Song.
Okay.
Because I wanted to see whether my voice is good enough even after about 30 years.
Yes.
So another friend of mine came up and she said she would possibly do the video with shots which is available here and there. I said, then what are you going to do after that? She said, no, we'll put it up on YouTube. I said, I don't even know how to make a YouTube channel. She said, no, we'll do it. We'll put it up, we'll see what happens. I said, okay, chalo. So I like the Earth Song because Michael Jackson has been an inspiration to many of us over a period of time. Yes. And it's not a very easy song to sing, so I have a lot of feel to it. And so I made the song and we dedicated to the COVID, the people on the front line, basically the doctors for COVID. And we released the video. It's just shots from here and there, bang. And this whole thing is done in quarantine. That means I'm recording here, I'm singing, recording here. She's doing the video somewhere else, and we're just putting it up.
Wow. I
thought possibly, okay, a couple of my friends, I said, have a look at it. Boom, in a week or 10, we are touching 2,000, 3,000 people on YouTube.
Wow.
So, I thought, okay, there is something happening, which I don't know what it is. So I said, okay, because that is anyway a cover song. It's not my song. So then suddenly my old friend Ashish comes on screen. Ashish Manchanda was the first drummer of AGNI when he was in engineering college. He left that and he went to do sound engineering in US. And he's like he's in Florida Hall of Fame. He's one of the top sound engineers. Wow. All right. He does work for Michael Jackson Studios. He works with Beyonce. He works with Rihanna, all the biggest people. Yeah. He does work for A.R. Rahman in Bombay. He does works for, his body of work is humongous. Okay. All right. So Ashish comes on screen suddenly one fine day on my Facebook and he says, hi. I said, hi. And he said, what have you been doing? I said, I'm doing nothing. So I said, I'm just doing some songs to compose some stuff. And I said, I want to put it up. So he said, okay, send it to me. So I sent him this part of the song, which is basically Tears of Fire. Just one part of Tears of Fire. And he said, Ashish was actually doing interviews of top Grammy lyricists on a day-to-day basis.
Oh, lovely.
All right? So he stops that and he calls me and he says, let's do the song. Now I said, no, Ashish, I'm not doing this song. I'm going to do one song from my friend Jaggi, who died in the accident. And I'm going to modify the full song and with a depression theme to it. And I said, I want to launch it exactly on the 15th of May, which is their 25th death anniversary. Right. So I took the song. I went back to the music company. I bought the rights of all the songs of Wind Under Fire, which I had composed and I had written. All the rights are with me right now. Okay. And I took the song, Dark and Light, converted it into Monster Within, added the vocals, put in piano, played the violins. I did a whole lot of work on that song.
My God.
And again, we told her to do the video in quarantine. So it is an animated video. It's done in quarantine. So I'm doing the music here. The video is done somewhere else. The actual people figuring the video are doing it in India. Okay? And then after I mix the song, I send it to Ashish. Ashish does the mixing and mastering and puts it up. Now, Monster Within, a song, hits 63,000 views in 3 days.
Oh,
it was unheard of. It was unheard of even by a Hindi artist.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
63,000 or something in 3 days, right? I was shocked.
Wow.
Because what happened was the song started to hit the people in their soul. The moment a song reaches there, there's nothing. Everything goes through. You're done. So, and I think the beautiful part of the song is possibly the lyrics were coming up.
Yes.
The lyrics are coming up in the song.
You could relate.
So people had an attachment. They could relate to it. And they were flabbergasted. They said, never heard something like this. So I was pretty happy. And it was a tribute to my friends. And I was very happy to carry it on for so long. It's still carrying on now. And so Monster Within happened. Monster Within is about depression, as you well know. And and we actually now, with every song which I'm doing in AGNI Webbed, we are tying up with one or two organizations whereby they could also benefit from it.
Nice.
So we are in the process of taking the song and going into the Live Love Love Foundation, which is Deepika Padukone's foundation in Bangalore, and giving the song to them so that they can use this song if they require for people who are undergoing this kind of a scenario.
Very nice.
All right. So this is the first step we did for Monster Within.
Let's listen to a small clipping of the Monster Within.
There's a monster,
realize
destroys every door,
I will never know
touches
where I go.
consumes your soul,
Promise
cripples and disables,
in my mind
life too hard to cope,
to the people
pulls you into the
down
black
below.
and leaves you without a hope.
Never will I cry with the tears that swell in my eyes.
Then we went in with Ashish for Tears of Fire.
Correct.
Now, Tears of Fire, okay, I have composed about 9 songs till now, all right? So right now, we are virtually going to release one song every 45 days or 50 days.
Right.
So I'm ready with songs till August 2021. I already have songs ready.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Plus I plus I have got songs from Wind Dance with Fire, which I can modify to.
Right.
Okay. So right now I'm sitting on 16 songs. 7 songs of Wind Dance with Fire and 9 songs here.
Right.
So as I speak to you today, I'm composing some songs. This is going to be for September, October, November 2021.
Oh my God.
If I release one song every month, okay, this is how it is going to be. But I am going to do that. We are going to do this. So Tears of Fire comes in, again, animated video. Incredible hits. 7 days, we're touching 102,000 in 7 days. Now, because I possibly felt, the only song which will possibly play in the temple and the wrong chords at the same time. You know? Because of Mrityunjay mantra in the background.
Yes.
And many of my friends' parents are listening. Yeah. Many of my friends' parents are listening to it in the puja room in the morning.
Yeah.
Can you ever think about this? Rock song in the damn puja room. It's path-breaking.
Yeah.
You know, to say the least.
Yeah.
And so, as you understand, all my songs are very, very minimalistic in my composition. For example, the whole song of Tears of Fire is made in one chord.
Oh.
This is one chord. It's only vocal variations.
Okay.
The whole song is in one chord, except for the bridge. Everything else is one chord.
Okay.
The interesting part is there is no lead guitar in the song. Yeah, there is no lead guitar part at all in the song. It's only vocal variations and out. But the song finished, it looks full. It's completed.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I said, okay, because I like to do it with minimalistic music. What happens is, for example, you sit somewhere, and now half my friends are playing the song in guitar because they could just strum and sing. It is not overproduced at all. So what happens is, I want songs of mine to go virtually like a happy birthday.
Got you.
Guitar, pakda, bajaya, it should go through. So it should be simple. Simple. Depth in words is what I work on. My lyrics are very, very important to me. I work with that. But the tune has to have a high level of melody. Because I know melody touches, the rhythm touches, and the lyrics touch. Okay, I have undergone that kind of research on these songs over a period of time, and I realized this is what happened. And, I look at it as the layman's point of view. I don't look at a person who's composing a songwriter. I look at it, what would I like to hear?
Correct.
Now, to be honest with you, I don't like to listen to my songs. After I compose it, I just leave it because I don't like to listen to it.
Wow.
But this is the only 9 songs which I have been hearing on a regular basis. So because the moment I start liking the song, I'm pretty sure somebody else will definitely like it. Because I'm finding new every day when I'm listening to it. Something else.
Right.
So that is the kind of way in which AGNI Webbed is gone. But now AGNI Webbed, we have a lot of plans. We are coming out with, we are doing a lot of talent search. We are trying to bring in artists from India and UAE who actually do not have, I'm not interested to know whether they have got the facilities and stuff like that. We are able to provide everything for them.
Can you hold your horse on this one? Because I will come to this question a little later. I've got some.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, this is how AGNI Webbed is going. Tell me, yeah.
Wow. This is awesome. But there's a lot that's gone into it. I didn't realize it. And here's a related question, and I don't know whether I should ask you this now or later. Do you miss being on stage, Bharat?
Well, energy explosion there. I really love it. There's no replacement to it.
I can feel it when you speak, which is why I'm asking. So
yeah. I relate to it a lot. And see, there are 2 things why I go on stage. I'm a little claustrophobic of crowd, so there I'm pretty alone. That's okay with me. Okay, and I got a lot of space to run around, which I like to do. And I'm a singer from the stomach, so usually when I run around, my voice will not falter. It'll be still the same.
Oh, okay.
So because my power is all stomach, so it's hardly much from the throat, So it's easy for me to do that way. And I've been doing this for years. So the question is just coming back to square one. But to say the least, for me, whether it's the audience is 1 person or 100,000, I will still perform the same way.
Wow, I love that.
It doesn't matter.
Love that.
It doesn't matter.
Love that. Let me take you, with your permission, take you back about 20 years or 25 years, Bharat, 1995. I know this is obviously not the best of periods in your life. Would you be willing to talk to the listeners about it?
Well, 95, I think 93 we cut the album. and we were on a Northeast tour, 93 end. We had finished about 6 cities. We played in Tihar jail in 94, which I really liked.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome in Tihar jail. And then, we were hanging around and trying to compose for the next album called Mrityunjay. I had already finished Desh, and we were already playing Desh on stage. And Fire God, these are 2 songs which I had finished composing for Mrityunjay. And then I think one day, I mean, we all like to party at that age. And one day, these boys wanted to go somewhere to party. And I mean, everybody could have been there. It's not that even we could have been there in the same position and gone with them. But unfortunately, that day we couldn't go because we stay far away from each other.
Okay.
So somebody meets up in the evening and goes off from Vaishali. We would not know much. So, yeah, but that time there was telephone. So they called me and asked me whether if you want to come. I said, possibly not. And, I'm a little tired. And that's it. So then I think they went and partied somewhere. And on the way back, they hit a tree at about 3 in the morning. And, we lost Jaggi Mandy at Kanya.
Really sorry.
So my whole what should I say? My whole feeling at that moment was nothing had happened. The realization set in only once I started going to 3 funerals in 3 different days.
Yeah. Very sad.
So that's when it set in. Because Jaggi and me, I know him like the back of my hand because he virtually lives in my house. So we go very far, we go very deep.
Yeah.
And he has left a scar, which, I don't know, it has taken a long time for me.
It's very
come through.
No, this is really sad. I am really sorry about this. Sad that, obviously, all of you guys were very, very young. So, very, very sad that they...
Yep. All of us were 27 that time, yeah.
Very sad. So sorry about it. Really, really sorry. And thank you for sharing something. I know it's very personal to you, but thank you very much for sharing, Bharat. Really appreciate it.
Welcome.
Bharat Swamy has had, multiple restarts. We barely struggle with one and then we give up, right? Then we are in the second and we say, bahut ho gaya. How do you keep going and what is your mantra? And you are probably very qualified to speak about it. So,
see, I will tell you what. From childhood, I have not been restricted in anything I do. All right. My parents never restrict me.
Okay.
And I have been blessed with a variety of things which I like. For example, I can talk on any topic for a couple of minutes and make sense out of it. All right. I'm an orator in school. I play sports. I was captain of the football team in my college. I play badminton. I swim. I sketch. I do music. Music came last, actually. I used to do all this stuff, and I'm pretty good. See, what happens is, I'm not a very brilliant student academically, but I'm okay. I'm average. I can get myself through at 60s, 70s, and move ahead. Okay, that's fine. My sister is extremely brilliant, so there has been some kind of a comparison, but that's okay with me because I do a lot of other stuff, and I'm pretty happy. And I'm like that. I mean, I like to think from my heart, but I think a lot from my head when it comes to logical situations. All right. So, for me, it has been that way. And it's a blessing when your parents are able to give you that kind of a liberty.
Absolutely.
And I do not have a dearth of anything, to be honest. I don't want to put up a very pitiful state. Oh, we come from a downtrodden family. No, we were pretty comfortable. It was fine. All right. We come from a middle class family, but we were comfortable. We were never deprived of anything. All right. So today, sudden rush of money or sudden dearth of money doesn't perturb me.
Correct.
Do you get my point?
Correct.
And I have adequate confidence in myself that I can go across.
Awesome.
There are so many things in my hand which I can take. If it's not this, I'll do that. It's not a big deal for me. So that's why when COVID set in also, I could go back to my talents which I did not nurture over a period of time, but it is there. So I could do it. Because, when you're in the hotel industry, suddenly COVID hits in and you are touching 50. What else do you do? I mean, you can't go and take a job. It's virtually impossible.
Correct.
At this time. So I had to rely on something which would give me solace. At least give me solace.
Yeah.
That's important for me. I need to be in a happy space. That's very important for me.
Correct.
And when you're there, things automatically fall into place. Because I think the universe is such a beautiful place to be in.
Absolutely.
And I think the superior power which is there is not here to harm you.
Correct.
He is here only to protect you.
Beautiful.
Right.
Beautiful.
But he will give you 2 to 3 paths, but he will expect you to walk that path. He will not walk it for you.
Correct.
So that's how I take it in, and I'm fine. I mean, I'm fine. Even if I take a wrong path, at the most, I
Awesome.
you know, as long as time and energy is in your path, then it's nice. And secondly, what I want to tell you is very nicely. During this period of COVID, I mean, okay, this is the way rock and roll is usually played by musicians, having parties after night, sleeping, getting up in the afternoon. All right. I will tell you my routine. COVID starts. I get up at Brahma Muhurtam. I get up between 3:45 to 4 o'clock, 4:30 every day. Every day. All right? Every day.
Wow.
Yeah, every day. Every day. For the past 3.5 months now.
Wow.
I do about 14 kilometers of walking. All right, in the morning. Then I do my gym. All right.
Okay.
So I'm like 2.5, 3 hours in working out completely.
My God.
So I'm making my physique so that it can take whatever pressure I'm going to put it on it mentally. Yeah. So, and I have so much of energy in my body as of now, which was not there in those 30 years period, because that time sluggish, stressed. Now I'm not. I don't keep anything right in my head. If I want, I just say it out, and I'm okay with it. See, the most important thing in life is you taking happiness first to yourself. Because the moment you're happy, you can keep all the people around you happy.
True.
So being happy is not a selfish thing. It is, I think, it's one of the most beautiful things.
Yes.
First, you be happy. You will be able to take care of 10 people. It's no point you also being morose. Oh God, ये तो सबके लिए होता है.
Correct.
It's life. And secondly, I'm a person who loves to give. Okay, I don't like to keep anything. I love giving, and that is my selfishness, which I have got. I love to give. So I if somebody comes and asks me something, I will just give it, because I don't expect anything in returns, because I get a lot of happiness there. That may be my selfish motive, but that's how I am now. That's how I. So I'm pretty happy with my minimalistic needs. So one of my friends was asking me, one of my friends asked me, he said, okay, with music now, tomorrow morning you become a pika, you're going to make $1 million. Will you be very happy? I said, no, I like to have about 50 millionaires working for me. Then you'll be happy.
Very nice.
Yeah, I said, I don't need the million.
Yeah.
I don't need the million.
True.
The million, because I said I already have it, even before it.
Correct.
Right. So I don't need it, but this is how I look at things. And that has given me a different kind of an edge to look at life. So I take one step at a time, but I take a very positive step, and I'm pretty sure it will work out.
Brilliant. The happy part of your younger days in the 1980s, as youngster, you guys got up on stage and and obviously played to I wouldn't call groovy audiences, but whatever teenage audiences, middle-aged guys. How was it the first time you guys actually got up when that first note came out of your mouth, Bharat? I actually want to capture that feeling. Remember
the first concert I think we played as AGNI possibly must have been the college concert itself, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's a college concert itself.
Okay.
Well, see, what happens is, I mean, that cannot be taken as a benchmark, because I know half the guys there who's standing in front, so they better clap, it's like that with me. So when I go on stage and it's a nice, see, I do not have stage fright as such, Maybe some people have it in my band. I do not have.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of butterflies, but I like to keep it that way, because I'm well prepared, and I'm pretty confident of what I can do, on stage.
Okay.
So I keep it simple. If the audience finds the interaction not up to their mark, I will ask the audience to come and teach me what is to be done. So I'm very clear that way, So the first major concert I would say with AGNI was possibly playing in Nagpur. We played with Ashish Datar, and that was a huge crowd. For me to see a crowd of 8 to 10,000 that time was big.
Oh, that is.
It's like heads everywhere. That's a big crowd. Yeah, it's a big crowd, and we were the headlining act. Okay, very interesting. I had heard that Nagpur was a crowd which is more into pop. They're not into rock.
Okay. Okay.
So, so we prepared something as a surprise for them. We go up on stage
Huh?
and we played Michael Jackson's Thriller
Ah.
as the first song. Okay. So what happened was, after that, whatever I played, they were eating out of my hands.
They lapped it up.
It becomes very easy.
Smart move.
Yeah. So, I mean, these are something that we need to do, and we do it on a regular basis. I study the crowd there. I try to find out what they like and give one, just one. That's enough. That takes them to a different space, and after that, we take the crowd. And then, see, after that, there's enjoying the music. They want to jump and have the fun. So that's fine. Then you play your set and go ahead. Yeah.
So clearly, you are a true performer. You're, and I heard it too. Your first album, Wind, Dance, and Fire. Is there a story to it, Bharat?
When Dance is Fire, I composed a song when in my first year of engineering, I think.
Wow.
That is the first song which I composed was Darkening Light, which I already played. In fact, before that, I composed two songs, one called Break the Ice and Sudden, but which never saw the light of the day, so we left it. Then it was Darkening Light, which I did. After Darkening Light, I think that time Kashmir issue was coming up a lot. Late 80s it was. So I composed Kashmir. Of course, the song I composed talked only about the space on the place. Mm-hmm. Okay, it doesn't talk about taking sides, nothing of the sort. It's only about the place and the beauty of this place getting ruptured. That was the idea, and that's the idea. And I was adamant to release the song very early so that the situation of Kashmir doesn't go back to normalcy. Otherwise, the song will not have any value. So I was pushing after Delhi Karna. I don't know. Even now, it's still going on. So I do not know what is happening there. But anyway, so Kashmir is the second one which I did. Then subsequently, we did Wind Dance with Fire. I did Wind Dance with Fire possibly in second year. But that time, what happens is, since I don't play anything, so when I hum the tune, and there was no recording, so I need to keep humming it till I reach the practice place and tell one of these guys, guitarists, to take the chord. So it undergoes a couple of changes in my head.
I got you.
But this is how the best it could come out. But today there's zillions of it. I can just hum to. So what I do in the night is I sleep here and I put my phone next to me. If I get a couple of words in the night, I get up and send an email to myself.
Yeah.
No, I just words. I get an email to myself.
Oh, that's nice.
So the morning then I see it. Yeah. And if it's some tune, I just lull it and leave it. In the morning I get up, and when I'm doing my walks, I virtually finish the song. I know exactly how it's supposed to go.
That's nice. Brilliant.
So yeah. So the early days was good. It was good.
Brilliant. My first question to you was on spirituality. I want to now connect this a little bit. Connection between music and spirituality. Did you know when you experienced it, Bharat?
I don't know whether I had it. I don't know whether I have it. I don't know whether I still have it or whatever. But see, I don't take any conscious efforts like this. This is the way I am. This is the way I write. This is the way I feel. It's just being myself. Okay. I don't know. I don't know whether this is spirituality. I mean, people are giving it a terminology which I am not aware of. But I'm being very honest to myself. I will write from my soul. The song has to make that much of depth and sense.
Got you.
So as long as that is happy within me, it can make a lot of people happy. And I don't write songs or compose songs just for the sake of commercial value. I'm just not interested in it. Even though we are having a lot of offers right now from Bollywood and stuff like that to do Hindi and stuff like that. But I don't connect with it as yet. I mean, I don't know. Maybe tomorrow I might, but today, yeah. And for me, that's very important. It's a very special place for me. And if things work out this way, for me, it's well and good. But I'm pretty sure of how I compose and pretty sure of how I go ahead. That's what I was saying. I think 2 days back, we had another interview. I said there might be thousands of better vocalists than me. You'll have thousands of better lyricists than me.
Correct.
There will be thousands of people who got better attitude than me. But getting everything in one person is slightly difficult.
Correct.
You get my point. And your attitude does make a lot of statement when you're playing a foreign language in a country like India 100%. And getting it to popularity, which I felt was good in a way. So that's how things are. So I don't make any conscious effort as far as spirituality is concerned and stuff like that. But I'll tell you what, I listen to a lot. I listen to Carnatic music, Hindustan classical, opera, listen to rock, I listen to heavy metal. I can listen to every single thing. So if you find any of my songs, you'll see the influence of many teachers coming.
I was just going to say, your music has shades of it. Yeah, it does.
A lot of shades. In fact, that's what as a couple of friends were telling me, what would you call this AGNI Webbed? I said, AGNI Webbed, you can take Metallica, you can take Guns N' Roses, you can take AC/DC, you can take Lata Mangeshkar, you can take A.R. Rahman, put them in a bowl, powder them, throw them in the sky. That's one song of mine. It will have flavors of everything.
It's nice.
And that is what will sound better on an international scale.
Correct.
Anything slightly Indianized, because I am playing rock, which is not the music which Indians have brought in. But if I can give it the flavor of India, it will go to a different level altogether.
Completely agree with you. Awesome.
Yep.
A related question. You've been an entrepreneur, you've been in business, you've been in music, firstly. Music and leadership, your thoughts?
See, again, leadership itself is it's a cliche term. It's a very debatable point. I am not saying I am going to be the alpha male here and, lead a pack. No.
Right.
But definitely, since I don't want anything out of nothing, I'm virtually alone. All right. So I'm leading the pack anyway, because I don't need anything.
Correct.
All right. And that happened by chance. It is not that it was a conscious effort that I'm doing. In music, I feel when you do something and you do it truthfully and with your soul in it, you're already a leader.
Right.
So you don't have to bother much.
I got the answer.
Of all these things. Yeah, these will all fall in place automatically.
Yes. Who, Bharat, has been your inspiration? Or who have been your inspiration?
As I told you, I get inspired by many things. Yeah. In music wise, if you look at it, the influences which I've had before, directly from even, as I said, it can be M.S. Subbulakshmi, it can be Lata Mangeshkar, it can be Usha Uthup, it can be the Beatles, it can be Jim Morrison. I have a huge, it can be Yanni, it can be Sufi rock, it can be Arabic music. I have no this thing to say that this is the only thing which has inspired me. I cannot give that straight out to somebody. But yes, all these have influenced me and inspired me in a way to be, firstly, a person who can appreciate different colors of music.
Yeah.
I can appreciate everything. I listen to ghazals. I love ghazals.
Okay.
I listen to a lot of stuff.
Awesome.
And I can nowadays I listen to a lot of music, English music from the 60s, like Dean Martin or, even, what should I say? Al Fitzgerald, a lot of Louis Armstrong, Tom Jones. These are all one of my favorites now, which I never heard when on the 90s. You see, I was not in that area at all.
Correct.
Now, but I realize now that there's so much of beauty in how they have done this stuff, and the melody and the simplicity of the words, it touches you.
Yeah.
And I like to take all these essence out.
Beautiful. So
I'm a pretty selfish fellow. I would like to pull on everything and the best of it, and see, I would do the best of it for myself. I'm not pretty sure how an audience will respond to it, but I will feel very satisfied with that. So when I'm satisfied, I'm pretty sure I can satisfy at least 1% of the audience.
Beautiful.
Who are virtually like me, It's like that. And next, the other persons will automatically get influenced or go ahead. So when I hear some people coming on my Facebook and saying, "Oh God, we heard this song. This has inspired us to do this." Like, for example, hearing the Monster song, a lot of people have gone out of depression. That makes me very happy.
Wow.
To say the least. Because if a single song can do this,
correct,
even one person, my goodness, you are in a different space altogether.
Absolutely.
You are in a different space. Yeah.
You are, I call it your AGNI moment. Somebody else I would have said Eureka moment, but your AGNI moment. By the way, AGNI is a very, very powerful name. Huh? Very, very powerful name.
I know that.
Every time I say it, it kind of hits something. So congratulations.
So in fact, I thanks. I turned it on very nice. It says all great nightmares are included. That's AGNI, right? So we have all nightmares. We make a dream out of it. Okay.
So tell me your AGNI.
My Agni moment possibly would be Tihar Jail, playing in Tihar Jail, or even the concert in Shillong. Shillong concert was unbelievable. 45,000 people.
Oh,
The
God.
power shuts down in 3 songs, 4th song, and I can see the whole village closing the lights in the full village so that power comes back to the stadium because 3/4 of the village is inside the stadium. So they shut off all the power so the power comes back here and we play the concert. We played about 36 songs there. And I played in Shillong 2 days because there was about 30,000 people inside and there was another 10 to 15,000 waiting outside. So we played next day also so the 10 to 50,000 can see.
40,000 Shillong is huge, man. That's the entire place.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. It's huge. The stadium, it's because it's a stadium concert, it's a stadium concert. So it's nice, it's big.
Your message, Bharat, there are a lot of youngsters, right? So today, there is a lot of misconception, lot of things available. Youngsters have a different feeling. Your message for aspiring, and I'm saying youngsters because it could be somebody in their 40s, it doesn't matter, who want to either start a band or let's say, do music or who want to aspire to be like you. What would your message be really? A very simple message to them.
I think have the passion and be truthful to yourself. I think these are the 2 things. Just be truthful to yourself and just go with the passion. And it'll all work out. There is no 2 ways about it. It's just a matter of time. Whether it's going to work out today or tomorrow. That's all. And be persistent. Yeah, this will happen.
AGNI Webbed in 2030. Where do we see you?
AGNI Webbed will be an enterprise. We already have a lot of stuff happening in AGNI Webbed. As I told you, there is talent scouts which is going on. We are going to come out with an AGNI Webbed roast for musicians.
Oh, wow.
We are going to do a lot of stuff coming out. We are having a huge amount of merchandising coming out. Merchandising coming out from AGNI Webbed. We have got t-shirts coming out. We've got Bermuda shorts. Basically, everything with links to what I used to wear on stage before.
Yes.
We are having perfumes. We are getting perfume coming out. We are getting beer coming out from Poland. AGNI Webbed signature models.
My goodness.
We are looking at a concept. We are looking at a concept called the Monster Cafe, like the Hard Rock Cafe, possibly the first one we start in Goa, which will have Memorabilia as a supplier of AGNI and AGNI Webbed, and we will be selling merchandise there also. And we are tying up with 8 or 9 different NGOs, whereby we could make a small contribution from our end to the society on a regular basis.
Very nice.
So when you say 2030, I think we should be big, to be very big, to be very honest with you. Yeah.
Awesome. If Bharat had not got into music, you decided to waste your life like we did in college. Bharat, where would you have been today? Or what would you have been doing?
I don't know. See, I'll tell you what. I would have searched for a space where I would be happy in whatever I did. Right? I would have searched for a space. That is very sure, because that is a never-ending search for me, and that hunger can't be satisfied by doing monotonous work. For me, a 9-to-5 job is virtually killing me. I don't like that. I should be able to move around erratically. I should be able to work when I want, how I want, as long as I'm gainfully giving results. That's important.
Beautiful.
That's very important. So if I was possibly, that's what I did. Now I was an engineer. I'm an entrepreneur. I run a business here.
Yes.
Now I'm joining Web and stuff like that, which is also, we are going to set it up as an enterprise and take it across. But I would love to give a platform for all young. It can be musicians, it can be artists. I'm not aware of whom we are going to come across, but I would love to give them a platform. If I already have it, give it to them so that it just continues over the ages. This is what I'm here.
You spoke about it on the show several times, and I want to really bring that out as a shout out. Your philosophy and your theory and your belief in giving back or to society, and you mentioned it in every initiative of yours, and I really like that. Would you want to tell us a little bit more about it, Bharat?
So giving back, as I told you, giving back to society may not necessarily mean monetarily giving back.
Correct.
It can be anything else. It can be my contribution. Like I can sit and chat about my experiences if it is going to help people.
Absolutely.
That is also giving back. All right. A monetary is one. Like I said, most of the items that we will pick up would be for AGNI Webbed as the merchandise. Possibly, I would try and tie up with a small scale industry to pick up these items, so to give them something, So there's a lot of things which are going on right now, which requires a proper structure to be put. So possibly we are appointing a CEO or a CFO for the organization who would take this across to the next level. And see, as I told you, this is a drive which I have. Okay, it has to be driven, and it has to be driven to a better space constantly, year by year. So obviously, I would take in talent whom I find have got the hunger to do it and hunger to do it persistently, and that is enough for me. If that is there, everything else is sorted out.
Very nice. And a related question here. You mentioned about picking up or actually scouting for youngsters from India and other places. How do you plan to do that? And what should youngsters who are actually listening to this show, is there a place they can write in? Should they reach out? What can they do?
See, yes. Yep. See, the AGNI Webbed webpage is right now under construction.
Okay.
So once it is ready, plus I've got the Facebook and the Insta, and there'll be ads which will come there, so people can send in their clips as of now for a 30-second clip of what they play and stuff like that, so that we can decide whether this person can really go take it to the next level, and then possibly they will get a call, because I've got a team scouting for talent in UAE and a team scouting for talent in India. So they would basically pick out these people, and then I've got a good panel of judges with me. Like possibly Ashish, he would help us, and I've got some international artists also who are friends of mine. I've got some big Indian artists who are friends of mine who would also help me out to take this to the next level. And obviously, yes, we would take them. But again, we are not looking at it very for commercial value. We would give this person the opportunity to record and release through our medium, and what he earns, no big deal for us. But as long as he does it through AGNI Webbed, so that his contribution can be given to the next person. So this is the kind of idea with which we're going in.
And if you want an MC, can I also apply for running the show?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course you can. This
is brilliant. So boys and girls, you heard about AGNI's initiative, AGNI Webbed's initiative, and Bharat's. I think you must go and look for him on Insta and on any other social media. Put up a 30-second or 45.
Facebook, we are big in
Facebook as well. Put up a 30-second shot of your performance of yours, and these guys will come and get you if you're good. So I want to wish you all the best. And Bharat, I now want to get into the rapid fire with you. Can we? Okay. So
yes, of course.
I'm just going to ask you, and you can tell me what they mean to you, right? So AGNI.
Okay. Purity.
Wow. Hey, that is something I never thought of. Hey, that's a nice.
No, as I told you, it's all from the soul. It's purity, absolute purity. It will cleanse you.
Never thought of
completely.
Success.
Doing what you like doing.
Oh. Karma.
You reap what you sow in this lifetime itself.
Wow. Rock music.
Religion.
Oh, interesting. Bharat Swamy is
a good human being.
Very nice. Very simplistic. You would like to be remembered as?
I would like to be remembered as somebody who did good and who believes in doing good. That's enough for me.
Bharat, I want to thank you for taking time out, and I really, really want to wish you a lot of success with AGNI Webbed and with the enterprise that you're building. If in any way you think I can be of any help, do let me know. We will of course stay in touch, and I wish you lots of success. Literally means loving what you're doing and enjoying yourself.
Absolutely.
Last words for the listeners.
Absolute pleasure speaking to you, Venki, and it's been very nice. I mean, I've never had an interview done by somebody who's a talk show host as on a one-to-one basis. To all the people who are listening in general, I would say that whatever you are, Do what you like to do, but do it with passion and do it persistently. Success is bound to happen.
Great. Yeah. Thank you. And on that note, we will say goodbye to you for now, and we'll hope to see you soon on stage. And we are hoping C19 goes away and our man goes on stage and starts rocking all over again.
I hope so too. I think it'll happen pretty soon. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.